Beloved friends, welcome to PMC English. We are traveling in the path of Dhammapada and also understanding the Buddha and his philosophy and his path. From so many days, we are discussing on so many topics and also understanding the wisdom. Why? Because when a spiritualist or a meditator, those who wants to travel in the path of spirituality or in the path of meditation, he used to gain some wisdom, some knowledge. Of course, knowledge will not give the salvation, but it will give an inspiration to the meditator to fulfill his journey to attain the nirvana or liberation. So from these days we are discussed on so many topics and you also understood so many subjects what I am projecting in these episodes. So today we are going to discuss on the senses and sensitivity. This whole world is composed of 5 things. Especially when we divide the main concepts in this world, there are 5 in number or 7 in number. For example, 5 elements and 5 natures of those elements, and also 5 senses, and also different types of their attitudes and how they work in this world. So when a 5 members will sit and take a commitment to fulfill any work in this world, it will be fulfilled up to full extent. Why? Because when the group of people, I mean the 5 members, the group of people, when they sit together, what will happen? When their thought, emotion, feeling and their physical posture, when these mingle together, it will create a group energy. Why? Because other than physical body, everything is energy and everything is a power, even the mind also. That is the reason we say the thought has power, thought power. When this thought power will mingle with this universe, whether it is positive or negative, whatever it may be, of course the result may be different for positive and negative, but when we take any decision or commitment with the group of people 5, it will be fulfilled and the thought will be released to the universe. And definitely one day it will become success. So that is the reason why in the world, when the people start a industry or a media or any kind of business, especially job or any kind of business or any societal development, so they form a group, they form a trust or a foundation or a society. So the group of people who are thinking in the same pattern, who are in the same thinking process, they will combine together to achieve something in this world. So individual energy will also work, but the group energy will work very fastly in this universe. That is the reason why when we are doing some work to the society or service to the society, or when we are giving any different type of perceptions to the society or new philosophies, new ideologies to the society, we will think and discuss with group of people and then we take a decision and we go forward. So that is the power of group energy. So in this world, when you are doing or when you are taking any commitment, so share your commitment with 5 members so that you will get some energy and you will get some advice from them and they will support you morally, physically or financially, whatever it may be, they will support. The world is composed of senses When we see every creature in this world, every plant, every creature, or any human being, every human being, they have senses, especially the five senses. This human life will start with the senses, mainly the senses. Why? Because in this world, a life journey starts with the combination of body, mind, and senses. You can take any example or any example of this living beings who are leading their life in this world. When you take animals or plants or small creatures, whatever may be the organism, so it will start its life with this physical body, the feelings, thoughts. Of course, other than a human being, other creatures will not have the thoughts, but they have the feelings, emotions, but they don't have thoughts and they don't have language. But a special character in human being was he can talk, he can express, or he can think. So it is the special quality given by the universe to the human being to express his feelings or to express his thoughts. He can have that freedom. But other than human beings, other living beings will not have that freedom. Only they can feel, that's all. Whether it is pleasure or pain or sorrow, whatever it may be, they just feel and they suffer within themselves, but they cannot express. Of course, some animals will express their pain in the form of tears, and they will understand. Some people, they will understand their feelings. Many people, they don't understand. Why? Because they don't have any sensitivity. What is the difference between the senses and sensitivity? You should understand this. And in the Sanskrit, we will call this word as Samvedanshilta. And Hindi also we will call this Samvedanshilta, means you have to become sensitive. You have to live with your senses. But most of the people, they are not aware of their senses. See, while we are traveling in the spirituality, especially in the meditation path, you should become aware of your senses. Not only you should become aware of your body, mind, and feelings and all those things. You should aware of these senses also. Why? Because the senses, if you become aware of your senses, what will happen? And what result you are going to take with this when you become aware of your senses? The main sense organ in human body was physical body. It is one of the big sense organ, that is touch. When we have to express our feelings, some will express by eyes, some will by gestures, some by attitudes, behavior patterns, and some will express by touching. There are so many ways. So the main sense organ of the human body was physical body, that it expresses the touch, physical touch. And the second one was smell. Third one was hearing and tasting. In these sense organs, when you become sensitive, what will happen? We will get perceptions, we will get feelings, and we will get emotions. Then naturally our body, our senses, our emotions, our feelings will react to that according to the situation and circumstances. So we have these type of experiences in our day-to-day life. So these senses which we are taking with our life from the birth to the graveyard, this whole world is comprised of these senses. When the senses in our body will touches the senses in the other human being or in the physical world, there we will get some reaction. We will experience something. We will experience some sensations, some perceptions, some impulses. Whether it is good or bad, according to that situation or circumstances, and we experience it. So when a human being will not aware of his senses, he won't become sensitive. Generally, the people will say that this fellow is very sensitive fellow. He can't bear the misery. He can't bear the fear. He will be very sensitive. But that is not the sensitiveness. Sensitivity is not that you become miserable or you become sorrow for small things and commit suicide, or you disturb others, or you beat others. This is not the sensitivity. The sensitivity was when you become aware of your senses, then only your sensitivity will increase. When you become aware of your body or physical body, you will become sensitive towards your body. You will respect your body. Why? Because when we see the most of the people in this world, they don't give respect to their body. They will use it in a very different way. For different types of negative elements, they will use their body and create so much of hindrances to the body. They don't give respect to the body, and they don't respect their life also. Why? Because this very physical body is the most important thing to lead a life in this world. Without physical body, you are nothing. And without mind, you can't communicate with the people. You should respect. You should give importance to the physical body, and also you should give importance to its perceptions, to the senses, to the feelings and everything. So, this physical body will help, especially those who are traveling in the spiritual path. They should give importance to this physical body. Why? Because you should treat this body as a temple. This very body is a temple. What happens when this body will become a temple? Then in this body, other than physical body, we have so many things in our inner. Feelings are there, emotions are there, senses are there, and when you go inner, the life force is there, and when we go deeper and deeper, we find our consciousness. There are so many things are there. So this body is carrying your consciousness, your energies, and also your life journey will start with this physical body. Why? Because you will connect to other people, especially when a baby is born in this world. The first sense will open, that is touch. Why? Because the baby will identify his mother by touching sensation. Why? Because the mother will feed, and she will take the baby in her lap, and she will kiss him, and she will show love towards that baby. So with this attitude of the mother, the baby will identify by the touch that she is my mother. So the body is the main sense organ. You should respect it. This very body is a temple. When this very body will become a temple, then your being will become a Buddha. Then whatever work you are doing with this body, it will become a worship. Then this earth will become a lotus paradise. So respect your body and become sensitive towards your own body. See, when we are seeing this world in today, and we are witnessing so many atrocities, so much of violence, and so much of different types of negative elements we are witnessing in the present world. What is the reason behind it? Why the people will torture the other people? Why the people are killing the other people? Why they are creating so much of negativities towards others? Why these all atrocities and all those negative elements will happening in this world? Why? Because the reason behind this negative elements was the people who are killing, or who are creating violence, or who are abusing, or who are torturing the other people. They don't have respect towards themselves. They don't have respect on themselves. They don't love their body, and they don't give respect to their body. That is the reason why they don't give respect to others and others' lives, others' physical bodies. Why? Because everything starts from the individual, whether it is violence or non-violence or truth or dharma or change, whatever it may be. It will starts from the individual, and ultimately it extends towards the others, or it extends towards the society. So those who are traveling in a negative way, why they are creating so much of disturbances, so much of this violence on this earth? Why? Because these people, they don't respect their life. They don't give importance to their bodies. They don't give importance to their life. So that is the reason why they don't give importance to others. So that is the reason why many people, they don't become sensitive towards their senses. So what is the sensitivity? Sensitivity is nothing but you should become aware of your senses. And this is the physical body. And while we are coming to the listening or hearing, this ears also should become sensitive while we are listening. The whole energy should come to the ears when we are listening. That is the art of listening. What happens when you listen carefully? That is, we will call the Shravanam. Shravanam is listening. You should become total aware while you are listening. Other sense organs should not work when you are listening. Only ears should work. Then what happens? When you become sensitive of your this sense organ, hearing, then naturally you will become sensitive, and you will attain the wisdom by listening also. There are so many saints and enlightened masters have attained the in this way. For example, in the Buddha period, the group of people who are doing the sadhana, they have divided into two sects. The first sect was sadhakas, and the second one was Shravanas. Shravanas means what? Means those who attained the enlightenment only by listening. Only by listening. They have not practiced any meditation. They have attained the enlightenment only by listening. How it has become possible? What is the secret behind it? Nothing secret is not there. Simple technique, that is. Just they have learned the art of listening. So when your ears will become sensitive, then you will develop this listening skill. Then what happens while listening? Listening, when you go deeper into this sadhana, you become empty. You will come to the shunya, non-attachment, and you will enter into the path of oneness. Then naturally you will attain to that state. So The hearing, the ear is the second sense organ. It should also become sensitive, and it will become sensitive by the art of listening. And the third one was nose. In this context, when we smell, when we observe any smell, whether it is good or bad, when we observe any smell, you should become sensitive towards that fragrance. When you become sensitive towards the fragrance of outer world, then naturally what happens, when you go deeper into your inner, you will get the divine fragrance. Then naturally this ordinary fragrance will take you towards the divine fragrance, divya sugandha, divine fragrance. So you will go with it. So when your nose, your smell sensation will become sensitive, you will experience the divine fragrance. Then while you are coming to the eyes, vision, right paradigm, the Buddha will say this is right paradigm, samyak drishti. When your eyes will become sensitive, then your vision will become purified. When your vision will become purified, then you have a right paradigm. How this vision will become purified? You have to become complete witness. When you are witnessing this world, or a human being, or a creature, or any living being or non-living being, you should not see the physical body, and your eyes should become very crystal clear to observe the consciousness, to observe the energy in every human being, in everything, whether it is living or non-living. Then your eyes will become sensitive. Then you will become sensitive of this. When you become sensitive towards these things by eyes, then naturally what happens? You will witness the divine light. While you are witnessing this outer lights with the feeling of different type of perceptions, then naturally one day when you go deeper, you will witness the inner light. So then your eyes will become sensitive. Then the last sense organ was this taste. Daily we are taking food, and while taking food, when you are aware, while taking your food, what happens? You should explore the inner taste in the food, not the outer taste, that is not with the spices or with the different types of flavors you are putting in the food, not that taste. You should explore the different taste from that vegetable or from that food. What happens? Naturally, when you are become aware of that taste, when you explore the different type of taste in your routine food, then what happens? One day you will explore your inner taste, that is divine taste. When a meditator is practicing the meditation and doing his sadhana, what happens? When he continuing his practice of meditation, he will cross the physical body and the mind, and the third one is feelings, emotions, and a day will come, he will go beyond the senses also. That this divine experiences, when we go with these senses, the divine experiences will come with these senses at the starting point. Divine taste, divine touch, divine smell, and divine fragrance, and divine light, you will experience it. when your senses will become sensitive, you will experience these type of experiences, and these experiences are temporary. They will come and go, and every practitioner will experience these type of experiences when we go inner, when we are going in the inner, or when we are traveling in our inner journey. You will experience it naturally, but that is not the ultimate. The ultimate experience will come when you will attain the nirvana, when you will attain this enlightenment. You will go beyond the senses, you will go beyond this sensitivity, and at that time the senses also will not work. The body will die, the mind will die, and the feelings will die, and a time will come the senses will also become calm down. Then after that you will attain that nirvanic state, or you will attain that self realization, and ultimately you will attain the enlightenment. So the senses and the sensitivity, these are the two important things. You should become aware of these senses also. Then how you practice in day to day life, and how these senses will become sensitive, and what is the technique beyond it. And when we see the daily, we are going with this senses. Without senses our life will not work. When we touch a person, or when we touch a thing, you should touch with sensitivity, or you should feel the divine touch. You should see divinity in every touch. There is one technique in the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra that while we are in the household things also, without practicing the meditation also, we can achieve the enlightenment with these grihastha dharmas, I mean dharma artha kama moksha. Why? Because when we are leading our life with perfect awareness, or when we become aware of our touch, especially the sense organ body, when we become sensitive of our body, and when we become sensitive of other bodies, then you will experience the divine touch with this the touching of other persons. So you should witness the godliness, you should witness the consciousness in everything and every human being. You should not touch only physical body, you should touch their heart, you should touch their mind, and you should touch their senses, and also ultimately you will touch the consciousness. So so this is the way how you have to become aware of your this physical touch. And while you are coming to the ears, you should learn the art of listening. And while you are coming to the taste, while you are taking food, become sensitive of the food and explore new taste. Day to day in routine life food, explore the new taste and enjoy the every moment of eating. While drinking water, taking tea, or eating food, become aware of every moment of your life and enjoy and explore the new taste with it. So then ultimately one day you will see the divine taste in that. And while coming to the fragrance, we will experience so many fragrances or perfumes. We will use so much of perfumes. So while experiencing this outer world fragrances, slowly when you become sensitive of that fragrance, you will experience the inner fragrance also, that is divine fragrance. And when we see the light, when we are experiencing the light, when our vision will become a crystal clear, then naturally we will see the consciousness in every human being, in every creature, and ultimately when we go with the self realization, with self actualization, and one day we will attain this, we will witness the divine light. So divine light, divine sound, divine fragrance, and divine taste, divine touch. You have to go beyond the senses. So this is the real sensitivity. These are the senses, and that is the sensitivity. So every meditator should practice this technique in day to day life. Meditation is not that sitting silently and every moment closing eyes. That is not the meditation. Whatever you are doing while eating, walking and jogging and painting, everything will become a meditation. So convert your day to day routine works into meditativeness and become enlightened in this life only. Thank you very much.